Hi y'all again, this is Jim McGraw. You can call me Jimmy or Jimbo if you want. And this is Jim McGraw's multi-software application tutorial program series. Tutorial number 2. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Microsoft Word, right? So what I'm going to do is open up my Microsoft Word document, my program, and you see I have this document here I'm working on. And if you want, you can work on your own document, or you can just kind of follow me along right now, and I'll show you a couple different tips and tricks to help you be a little bit more efficiency with your Word experience, right? So here we are. It's this document. It's an email I'm typing up for someone I ain't never met before, and if you take a look at it, it's kind of bland looking. It ain't got no flavor. It's all the same color and spacing, and it don't look too good, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it some spruce, right? I'm gonna add some pop to it. I like to say spruce since that's my favorite tree. I'm gonna spruce it up using different tips and tricks that you can use on your own personal documents, right? So first thing I'm gonna do is take this RE line right here. It's the most important line of the whole thing. If they read this line first, I'm pretty much guaranteeing you they're gonna read the whole email. So I want them to read this first. So I'm gonna add some spruce to this, and the way to do that is to make it stand out, and the best way to do that, I think, would be to make it bold, right? So typically what you normally do is you retype, right? You retype in bold, you're missing dog, right? But here's the first tip. You don't have to retype anything if you want to change the way it looks, right? If you already have the text typed out and don't want to have to retype it because you want it to look a little bit differently, you don't have to do that. All you do is you take your cursor, your mouse, or like such, and you highlight what you want to change format-wise. You highlight the whole thing like such. And then you go on up to the big old black B, the bold B, right, like that. And look at that. Changes the whole thing all at once, right? That's a pretty basic tip, but it's very time-saving if you ain't familiar with it, right? And now that I'm thinking about it, what I want to do for tip number 2 is I want to show you how to make them all in big letters, right? Since this is a really important email, and I don't want them to just toss it away, assuming it gets through their spam filter, right? So highlight, right? Highlight this right here. I want to make them all big letters, right? All uppercase, right? So what I do is you highlight like such, and then you hit the caps lock button, right? See, I just hit it. I hit it again. I hit it again. I hit it again. And I hit it again. And I hit it again. And it ain't done nothing, right? They're all the same. Nothing's, you got the big letter, and then you got the small ones and the big and the small. Nothing's changed, right? It don't work. Caps lock only works when you're retyping stuff. So if you wanted to retype with caps, you hit the caps lock now, right? And then you hit the R, E, your missing dog, right? You don't have to hit shift. You just kind of hit the caps lock, right? Just once, and it holds it down. But you want to change what you've already got written. You highlight like such. And then you go on up to font. You go to font. Oh, no, format. I was right the first time. Format, then font. No. Format, right? And then go down to change case, like such. And it pulls up this box. A lot of different options you have to choose from. Sentence case, lowercase. If you want them all to be in small, like maybe I don't know why you'd want to use that, but it got the lowercase, the uppercase, title case, ooglace, but I want to be all big, right? So I'm going to go with the uppercase. It knows which ones I want. So it's got, if it was right there, I would just go like that, like such. And then you hit this OK button, right? You hit this button right there, like such. And see how it's all in big now, it's all in uppercase. That's perfect. That's the premise of my tutorial, the second tutorial, the beginning tutorial, how you highlight things like such, and you can change whatever you want, right? Like if I want to change, I want to add some italices, you just kind of highlight. You don't have to retype. You highlight like this, and you hit the italices, and it changes it all for you right there instantly. You want to change it back? You're not sure you like it? Hit the button, right? You can highlight as much as you want. You can highlight the whole thing if you like, or if you want to just highlight one word, right? You can highlight just one word, or one letter if you like. You want to highlight every other letter? You highlight and then highlight every letter if you want. I don't know how that works, but you probably figure it out, right? You highlight, then you italices, right? Then maybe underline like such. That's the premise, right? That's the premise of my tutorial is that you highlight. You don't have to retype. No retyping involved. No retyping involved at all, right? So that's the premise. Hopefully you'll learn a little bit. So, oh, actually, you know what? The date's wrong, right? It's not the 4th month of the year, and it's definitely the 21st day, right? So you highlight this. You want to change the date, right? This is another great trick. This is tip number 2, right? Highlight the date. Go to Insert. date and time, and it pulls up this box, right? And it has today's date. It's great. It actually puts today's date in there for you. So if you want to post date something like it, like it happened in the past, you can't do this. You have to do it manually. But it has all these different options. It's got the slashes to 5/11. It's got the dashes if you want to do 11-May, and it's got the dots. All these different formats, so you get to choose which one you like, which one fits your personality best. I like the slash since that's my favorite guitar, so I'm gonna go with that one right there. Right, and go down like such. And that's the premise of my tutorials. You highlight and then you change. You don't have to go through and retype everything every single time you want to make a change. It's going to save you so much time. You're going to be much more efficient in the workplace. Your cubicle is going to have a lot more of you surfing on the internet, if you understand what I'm saying, right? So actually, let me show you one more example of how you can change and spruce up this article. Like, I got the right date right, and this is hopefully this will be the first thing they're going to read, and I want them to read the whole thing, right? If they're not going to read it, they probably will, since it's about their missing dog, but just in case, I'm going to add a little color down at the bottom, right? So let me show you just a quick example. You highlight what you want to change, right? I'm going to change cup of coffee right there, right? Highlight that, go up to format, font, and pull up this box, right? Go up to font color, click on that, right? Hold the button down. It's got 45 different colors. It's got the oranges and the grays and the blues and the blacks. And since I'm talking about cup of coffee, I'm gonna put it in brown, right? And that's not good. You want none of these things, but you should check down there, right? So you hit the cup of coffee, it's brown, right? Hit OK. I don't know if that OK was actually in that box. It might have came out of the screening box, but now it's cup of coffee brown, right? It looks like it's got maybe 1 sugar and maybe 2 creams, right? Perfect. So that's the premise of my tutorial. My second tutorial is Jim McGraw. I appreciate your feedback. Maybe I'm going a little bit too fast. Maybe I'm going a little bit too slow. iTunes, maybe Microsoft Excel. If you got a preference, please let me know. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Thanks again. It's Jim McGraw. Appreciate it.